The memory faded like smoke, leaving Kael reeling with the fragment's pain, centuries of running, of being hunted by something vast and hungry that devoured entire civilizations. The fragment hadn't invaded Earth. It had crashed here, broken and desperate, seeking refuge in the only beings that could shelter it. "That doesn't excuse what you did," he said quietly, but the fury had drained out of his voice. "But I understand why you did it. The leash remains. The leash remains." He touched the modified dampener at his throat. "Trust has to be earned back." Elena Vasquez approached their crystalline grove, her military bearing unchanged despite months in hollow territory. Behind her walked a figure that made Kael's fragment surge with recognition, tall, gaunt, with mirrors for eyes that reflected fractured possibilities. "Fragment 4, Ghost breathed. The mirror." The newcomer's voice carried the sound of breaking glass. 5 fragments now accounted for. 2 approach from the north. 1 sleeps beneath Blackthorn, dreaming of archives. Elena gestured toward the settlement's heart. "We need to talk strategy. All of us. The Corps isn't playing games anymore." They reconvened in Haven's command center, a repurposed shelter that hummed with jury-rigged electronics. The mirror-bearer, who simply called himself Reflect, spread holographic displays showing core movements across 3 sectors. "Hallam's harvesting operation has accelerated," Elena explained, manipulating the display to show transport routes. 17 confirmed fragment bearers collected in the past month. All delivered to Sublevel 9 for processing. Sable leaned forward, studying the data. "Processing into what?" "Dimensional breach generators," Reflect answered, his mirror eyes showing brief glimpses of terrible possibilities. "She plans to reopen the fracture. Controlled this time. Weaponized." Kael's stomach clenched. "And the fragments?" "Fuel." Elena's expression was grim. "Each fragment carries enough dimensional resonance to power a localized breach. 7 fragments together. She didn't need to finish. 7 fragments could tear reality apart." Ren pulled up his own scans on a borrowed tablet. "So we have Fragment 1, Kael's frequency. Fragment 2 is Petrov's archive, currently approaching from the north. Fragment 4 is Reflect. Fragment 7's echo still resonates in Okafor. That leaves fragments 3, 5, and 6 unaccounted for," Ghost observed. Reflect's mirrors showed fleeting images, a figure wreathed in shadow, another surrounded by growing things, a third that seemed to exist in negative space. Fragment 3 bonds with the conductor. Fragment 5 grows within the Weaver's garden. Fragment 6. The mirrors went dark. Fragment 6 hides where even I cannot see. The Hollow Collective has resources, Elena continued. Safe houses, transport, people who've been fighting the Corps for years. But we need coordination. A unified response. Sable's laugh was bitter. "You want to ally with us? After your people attacked Blackthorn? My people were defending themselves from harvesting operations that have been running for 2 years." Elena's voice carried old pain. "How many of your fellow cadets just disappeared during routine missions? How many were reassigned to special duties and never seen again?" The question hung heavy in the air. Kael remembered missing faces from mess hall tables, empty bunks in the dormitories. He'd always assumed they'd been transferred or promoted. "What are you proposing?" he asked. Elena manipulated the hologram, highlighting core facilities across the continent. "Hit them where it hurts. Rescue the harvested fragments before they can be processed. Find the missing 3 before Hallam does." Reflect's mirrors flashed with possibilities. "Time grows short. The archive bearer will reach Blackthorn within hours. The approaching fragments are not all friendly, some serve Hallam willingly. We split up, Kael decided, the plan forming as he spoke. Elena and her people hit the processing facility. Ren works on countermeasures for the breach technology. Ghost and I track down Fragment 5, her connection to the Weaver discipline gives us the best chance. And me? Sable asked. You're the strongest fighter we have. You go after Fragment 3. He met her eyes. If it's bonded to a conductor, you'll understand their capabilities. Reflect stood, his mirror eyes cycling through tactical scenarios. The archive bearer will not come alone. Expect special operations teams, full core support. They know this is the convergence point. They spent the next hour refining details, supply routes, communication protocols, contingency plans. It felt surreal, planning military operations with former enemies while alien fragments whispered strategic advice. As they prepared to disperse, Ren's scanner began shrieking urgent warnings. The engineer went pale as data flooded his display. Multiple signals incoming, he reported, his voice tight with fear. Fast approach vectors from 3 directions. Military-grade transport signatures. Elena was already reaching for her comm unit when reflex mirrors exploded with violent light. She found us, he gasped, his reflection showing core transports descending through dimensional static. Hallam tracked the resonance signatures, every living fragment emits a signal she can follow. The settlement's alarm system wailed as enemy aircraft broke through the zone's interference patterns, their weapons already charging for bombardment runs. Battle stations, Elena commanded, but her voice carried grim knowledge. They were trapped, surrounded, and Hallam had brought enough firepower to glass the entire settlement.